Welcome to the NGEN markets updates. We have now improved our benchmark selection for all analytics screen, where you can now search in for any particular set of an index on the top right of any fund, stock and even portfolio analytics. You can now search in any index here and you can then easily take a look towards it instead of screening from large list. This should make it easier for you to change benchmarks effectively in any analytics. We now show historical SEBI category averages in several places of NGEN markets terminal. You can now check these category averages in any analytics screen of the NGEN markets, where you can load it in the NGEN tab itself. Furthermore, you can also check out the category averages in the funds tab. These tab will show you the historical category average for any particular set of a category. So let's say for an example, if you want to check the history of mid-cap funds, you can easily check them and you can download those data sets in Excel. Thirdly, what you can do is you can take a look towards adding these category averages in the compare section itself. You can effectively add other items and you can search for any category average which you would like to add. We can also save this list of category averages, and you can now see these category averages are now being updated into the compare tab. Now these category averages were created by saving the historical one-day return average across all funds in each SEBI categories. You can now add top 50 funds based on your current sorting directly to the compare section in one click. In this case, we have done the sorting of the Sharpe's ratio, and you can now click on this add top 50 to compare, which will seamlessly add the funds into the compare section. You can now also load all the screener data as of historical month-end datasets. To do that, head over to this data as of tab and you can now see a couple of months are being updated into the system. And we are now currently updating and will continue to update every month end going forward. In the compare section, we now have a new tab which is called as Drawdowns. You can now take a look towards drawdowns analysis for any particular set of a mutual fund, stock and even the indices. This shows you the top 5 drawdowns, including the length of the drawdown and the recovery for all the funds in your list in one place. And you can also click on this chart to check the individual drawdown for any particular set of a mutual fund. We have now moved a few functions to the Tools tab, which are now available on the top of the application just below the header panel, which is called as Launch Tools. You can now see several tools like charting, statement analyzer, monthly SIP and monthly SWP as well. Similarly, we have also released a new tool which will now let you run the SWP analysis for any particular set of a mutual fund. Just like the SIP tool, there are detailed charts, Excel and even the 2 PDF downloads available, which you can now take a look towards in the NGEN markets terminal. All the PDF files and reports generated using NGEN markets terminal now have the option of being password protected. You can now generate the PDF report just by clicking on this button, and you can now see an option of password protection where you can input a password and you can also create a watermark of your organization name. If you do not want to use this functionality, all you need to do is just click on the create PDF button and it will now create the report seamlessly in the NGEN markets. We have now included a weighted probability return to rolling analysis. These are available when running the rolling analysis in the compare section or either individual analytics for mutual funds, stocks and even portfolios. These are calculated by adding up the product of the midpoint, and you can now see its probability across all the 5 ranges. We have now back populated merge funds for L&T and HSBC and Baroda and BNP AMCs so that the current funds show a complete history, which is especially useful for running the portfolio analytics. You can take a look towards all the datasets in the main list and also the performance chart for all the AMC funds. Some of the Apple computer users may not respond to the change in the column views of the screener in the fund section. That's why we have added an apply button which can be used if you face any issues.